Okay, you guys, so it's Bowman again with Watch, Talk, and React. And I'm actually doing a reaction to a reaction of a video of Kevin Samuels. And I've watched this before, but I really want to put the material out there because as I talk to you about toward the end, I always talk about creating solutions. So not only do we watch, talk, and act, but we want to create solutions. So in this child situation, or should I say not child, but grown man situation, we want to be able to create a solution for this guy. I'm going to give him some tips if you ever go through what he's going through. Like, I know and experience, I have the experience of this before, so I'm going to tell you guys how to get over some things once you find out what his issue is, especially since what the title says, socially awkward. I don't think you guys can see it, but yeah. So let's get into it, let's play it and see what happens.
Galaxy.
Hello.
What do you got for me?
Hello?
Yes, what do you got for me?
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you could hear me. So, I wanted to ask, because I see there's like a kind of a double standard with this. What's the difference between a man being like aggressive and in their feelings?
Intent.
Elaborate.
Well, do you know what intent means?
Yes, I do know what intent means.
I'm not trying to be fun. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to. So, what do you think I'm saying when I say intent?
Either what you know or how you feel.
Let's look up the word intent to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Intent definition. Purpose. The purpose of why you say what you say, when you're being aggressive or if you're in your feelings. It's all about intent. Oftentimes when someone is in their feelings is because they are trying to demean, undercut, undermine, shut up, stifle. There's something negative. Versus being aggressive, you're just trying to necessarily prove your point. You're in your feelings because that's just what you start doing. You start speaking with words like I feel versus I know. You're not advocating for a position. You're trying to overwhelm someone with emotion. You ever have a mom and you ask a mom, then there's a level when your mom would yell, to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's in that level. She was overwhelming your reactions with her emotion. That was her way of saying, say something else in its own. Oftentimes, that's what people want to do when they're in their feelings.
It's talking to you instead of talking at you.
It can be that, but it's seeking to shut something down. So you can aggressively defend your point, but you're trying to move the ball further. When people get in their emotions, they're trying to stop. It's another way of deflecting. Okay, what else? What else do you have for me?
So, you did a video in the past about lone wolves.
Yes.
And okay, so I have a different take on that subject.
How old are you?
I am 28.
28. Did you go to college?
Yes. I'm still going to college.
You're still going to college. How long have you been in college?
I've been in college 2 years.
Okay. What'd you do for the 8 years after you graduated?
What's the relevance of?
You're asking me questions. I'm asking you questions. I don't know you. Galaxy G Star 7. What's the difference?
The same reason. I don't know. Most other people do. Live young, live life, and
I'm just trying to understand who I'm talking to. You've been in college for the last 2 years. So what I'm trying to understand is you're saying you have a different opinion, and I'm trying to understand what this opinion is based on.
experience.
We gotta stop normalizing going to college right after high school. Some people like him, you feel me? I'm not saying you gotta wait till you're 28, but you feel me? Like, some people just don't waste their time at college because they don't know what they're trying to do. You feel me? So if you don't have any insight of what you're trying to do, and you don't know what you're trying to achieve in later in life with your degree, why waste all that cash? It's just, you're just idly going by, just wasting time getting your degree. But if that...
And let me say something about that. He's right about that, because a lot of us do normalize going to college right after high school because that's the model of what America says. You got to be here at this point. You got to be there at that point. But yeah, I tend to agree with that too. And not only that, but Dr. Francis Cress Wilson talks about stuff like that, along with specifically marriage, not until you're well into your 30s because of the maturity factor and everything like that, and finance and so on and so forth. So yeah, but let me try to fast forward and get back to Mr. Samuels and this young man.
Is the case?
Let's see here.
Okay.
Yes or no?
My position.
Have you been in the work world?
Work world, socially, just.
In the work world from 18 to 26, did you manage or supervise anybody, or did you just have a job?
No.
Which one is it?
Didn't manage nobody.
Okay, so you disagree with me. Go ahead.
Okay. So the thing is that people, it's not like, so lone wolves don't become lone wolves. People don't wake up in the morning and say like, okay, well, I'm just going to do stuff by myself. It's a reaction that they have to other people.
Hold on. Do we get to choose what happens to us?
No, we don't get. But see,
hold on. What do we get to choose?
We get to choose how we act.
Right. So being lone wolf is a reaction. It's not a reaction. It's a choice. By logic. Logically speaking, it's a choice.
You can say that it's a choice.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You just said it's a choice. You said becoming a lone wolf is a reaction. And I said, do we get to choose what happens to us? You said no. I said, what do we get to choose? You said how we respond. I said, so responding by becoming a lone wolf is a reaction or a choice? It's a choice. Logically, it's a choice. Simple logic.
But it's not simple logic.
It's simple logic. We don't. Galaxy. We do not argue. Men do not argue simple logic.
And let me say this. Neither one of them are wrong. Because, yes, it's a choice, but it's also due to this thing causing that thing. So, for instance, if I see my father beating my mother, right, I can mentally choose as I get older to not beat on a woman as a result, right? That's a reaction, a direct reaction as of the action that I saw taking place. But it's also a choice because I chose not to beat on a woman because my father beat on a woman. So even though a woman may act violent toward you, it's how you react. Are you going to shut down, and are you going to just say, look, I'm not going to touch you and I'm going to do this, because if you get me to this place, I might do this like my father. So, yes, it's a reaction to how people act, but it's also a choice. So, yes, it's a choice as well.
It's 2 + 2 is 4. Women argue logic. This is where you start getting in your feelings.
It's not in my feelings.
This is where you get in your feelings.
It's based on experience.
This is where you get in your feelings. Logic is not up for debate. 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
Reacting by becoming a lone wolf is a choice.
Okay, so you're just gonna act like that.
No, I'm not going to act like anything. We're not going to move any further.
But that's the fact
We're
that
not going to move. We're not going to move.
I'm not.
We're not going to move any further until we can agree that you can choose to react to become a lone wolf, but you also have to acknowledge it is a choice.
Sure.
Sure.
However.
There's no however, because that's just like saying but, and that's just like saying fuck you. And that's like saying that negates everything you previously said. Now you're in your feelings. Are we going to talk like men? Are we going to talk, or you want to do this in your feelings thing? Because if so, we can stop.
As men, we're mutually talking facts.
No, the fact of the matter is choosing to become a lone wolf is a choice that you can make.
From a response, yes.
That is, who gets to pick that response?
You.
Other people. Because
other people.
No, you do, son.
That doesn't make any sense.
You
He's
do.
saying that
I can't even follow this.
He's
I don't know what
saying
he's
basically he's saying that lone wolves are lone wolves. First he said lone wolves are lone wolves because of
Find a lone wolf for the people.
a lone wolf is someone that is not really socially
They're
active.
just independent. They're just independent.
No, a lone wolf is a person who isn't going to follow the social standards of what everybody else is doing. They don't follow the crowd at all. You know, they're like, look, you guys are taking this way, I'm taking this way because I don't like what's over there. You guys enjoy that. Just like weed smokers. There's going to be lone wolves who are in a crowd of weed smokers. They don't want to get high like everybody else. So they're like, look, you guys go ahead and smoke that weed, but I'm going this way. That's just what it is. Or they may be a person like, look, you're abusing weed. I drink a tea out of it. I use it for medicinal purposes. You use it just for fun, you know, recreation. So it just depends. I mean, lone wolf may be a person who just decides to do the exact opposite of what society norms are.
So, yeah, they're independent. They're not socially active. They're not around a lot of people. They just like to do it for themselves.
Make sure we get back
what
to what
he
Mr.
is saying
Samuels
is
is
people are
talking
lone
about. Let's
wolves
see.
because
not the response. It's the reaction to
How can other people pick your response, pick your emotion? You get to pick. You can choose to become a lone wolf, or you can choose to not become a lone wolf. I mean, are we really arguing the point that you get to choose?
Let me pause it here, guys. I'm going to create another part. So let's get back to this video coming up in the next video. Okay, let's continue with the video.
People pick your response, pick your emotion. You get to pick. You can choose to become a lone wolf, or you can choose to not become a lone wolf. I mean, are we really arguing the point that you get to choose?
it's not what
It's
people
not?
choose. It's not. That's not what I'm arguing about.
Well, no, but that's the point we have to agree on, or else there's
Right.
nothing to go further.
Well, I had a well, that's not why I'm arguing about it. Not arguing, but that's not why I'm stating my position about it.
Oh,
That's not.
oh, bless this guy's heart.
Okay,
bro.
so
Simmer
so aside from lone wolf, awkward people, socially awkward people, right?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's get into it.
Socially awkward people have to be in social situations to change, right? When they choose to.
Is there a question there?
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, there's a question there.
Please restate. I didn't understand.
When people who are socially awkward choose to step out of their comfort zone, they have to be in social situations to do that, right?
You know, you don't have to do anything.
I'm confused
I am too.
because
I don't understand what you're asking. When socially awkward people choose.
Let me say this, okay. If you're talking about rehabilitation, people, and let me turn this mic up. If you're talking about rehabilitation, then yes, you have to step out of your comfort zone and be able to get around people to get over your social awkwardness, or even if it's social anxiety. There are things there that people feel mentally that spark something inside their head that causes them to go through whatever it is social, to become socially awkward, or to spark that anxiety within them. And so yes, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go to public places. You have to see people. You have to build relationships, even though it makes you feel very uncomfortable in your state. So I understand exactly what he's saying, but it's hard for people. You have to pay very close attention, especially if you don't know from your own experience what he's talking about or what he's going through. Let's continue.
Choose to step out of their comfort zone. They have to be in social situations. Life is a social situation.
more than what life provides, though.
Please get to the ultimate point. I got other people. You're not making any sense, and there are 473 people listening.
Okay, the ultimate point is the cycle.
Are you socially awkward?
Yes.
The cycle repeats.
Are you socially awkward?
We have a great section of do it yourself.
Do you like to do it yourself?
Sometimes. I mean, if the mood strikes.
How is the mood striking you now?
I
never doubted. I said I was from experience. I'm not.
So you're socially awkward. And how do you think this conversation has flowed? Do you think there's been a flow, or it's been disconnected and choppy?
I think there was a lot of questions asked.
I ask you, how do you think this conversation has flowed?
Should it be flowing?
You're unresponsive. I'm going to ask you again. How do you think this
Wait. Yo. Hey, you know what that reminds me of? You remember that scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin where he's like, where he's in the library and he's up there talking to the chick, like hitting on her? That's exactly what it reminds me of. Like, should it be flowing? That's hilarious. Anyway, let me keep on watching.
Conversation has flowed. It has flowed.
Oh my God, bro.
Smooth as water.
All right. If you honestly believe it has flowed smooth as water, it explains why you're in the position you're in now.
No, it does not.
Yes, it honestly does.
No, it does
You're a
not.
socially awkward, sarcastic asshole, and that's cool. That's why no one likes you.
Well, it's different.
I don't have that problem.
Okay, if you speak of something,
I'm sitting here trying to talk to you, and I ask you a simple question, and you get defensive. Go back and look in the chat room. You may be a witty
Bro, it's funny as hell.
Now we all know this conversation.
Let me fast forward. I gotta see him talk.
Do you think he should be chasing and taking those jabs at me?
I don't think it's more so jabs. I think it's him just stating the facts.
I think both things can be true. You can stay facts but also take jabs at me.
Funny person to yourself. I ask you simple, basic questions that you could not answer. We want to argue logic. And at the end of the day, you're the socially awkward one in college at 28 years old who can't answer basic questions about who he is. And then I ask you to reframe a question 3 times and it still makes no sense. Interactions with human beings are not supposed to be this contentious. No one likes to sit around and deal with an asshole, especially an asshole who's socially awkward who thinks he's funny. Shit may work on with your action figures and your comic books, but it doesn't work in the world.
And it usually isn't, Mr. Samuels.
Well, let me ask you. So, you've been socially awkward. How's your love life?
Those aren't the same.
How's your love life?
They're not.
Do you
Those
have a
aren't-
girlfriend?
But you act like those are.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I'm not being defensive, but those.
Do you have a girlfriend? This is my show. I get to ask the questions. Do you have a girlfriend?
But you're asking that just.
I'm asking, do you have a girlfriend? So you don't have a, so you're unresponsive. He has no girlfriend. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Oh,
Okay. Are you currently sexually active, or have you ever been sexually active?
yeah.
Excuse me?
You're using. So
Are you a virgin? I asked these questions to everybody else before you.
Yes, but you do
No.
I
I asked these questions to everyone else before you. Please answer the question. Are you a virgin or no? Yes or no?
Sure.
All right. You can either answer the question, or you can leave.
Yes.
You're a virgin.
Oh,
All right.
bro.
Is that something you're proud of?
I'm not proud of that.
Okay,
But
well then, so what is your purpose for calling? Is it to debate with me about how there's nothing wrong and this is natural or normal, or that you need some help?
I didn't say that.
So what is your purpose of you being here? Do you need some help with something, or do you want to justify why you're here? I don't care if you're okay. If you're happy with your situation, knock yourself out. What's your point? What's your point?
My point is there's a cycle that continues.
Right.
And
you
though a
get-
person,
and you get to pick it.
yes, we can pick the.
You can pick it. You can pick. You can be becoming a lone wolf. You can pick to break the cycle. You can pick to address your issues. I don't care about how you got where you got. I care about what you're doing about it.
But that matters
No, it
because
doesn't.
unless
No, it doesn't. No. See, that's the difference. It matters to you. To the rest of us in the world, we don't give a shit.
and why wouldn't it?
Because we don't have to care about why your shit is your shit. We got our own stuff. We don't have to
Yeah.
worry. No, let me explain something to you. People don't have to understand why you're fucked up. People only care about how you're fucked up affects them. Human beings are selfish. You know you're fucked up. I know I'm fucked up. It's our responsibility to address our issues. People who expect other people to make allowances for them, to accept them and say, well, he's fucked up. That's what your family does.
Let me give you a clue.
No, let me go ahead.
Nobody that
Yeah, give you a clue. Socially awkward. I'm not gonna argue with a socially awkward 28-year-old virgin who wants to tell me it's the world's problem. Knock yourself out, brother.
Do you think?
And let me stop it there. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because it's very important. Now, this guy is a 20-year-old virgin, right? And we need to talk about this because it's very important. Because you don't want to lose sight of who you are as a human being. Like I talked about, the male-female relationship aspect is very important. Very important. Me, I've never been socially awkward, but I have social anxiety. And for a lot of socially awkward people, those people struggle with anxiety. The fact of not always wanting to be around in crowds and things like that, it can be very stressing because you want to break outside of that shell of yourself. You want to bring outside of that comfort zone, but it's not always easy because there's a feeling that comes over you. And mentally, let's say for instance, for a few hours you wake up, you don't think nothing, and your mind is totally clear. But all of a sudden something happens and it triggers that thought process in the day. And it becomes very difficult. Now, for those of you who are struggling with social anxiety, social awkwardness, let's address the social awkwardness. You have to get around people who are genuine, who want to be around you, and make you feel comfortable in a public setting. Okay? You have to do that. That'll help you break free. You have to learn how to communicate to people. Learn how to talk. Get outside that comfort zone. Where people have social anxiety, you have to do that and then some. The and then some is, number one, the amount of time you spend on your computer, technology, your phone, things like that, exposing yourself to radiation, cut it back. Radiation, it affects your orbitals. It also affects your teeth, your hypothalamus, your thyroid, all that stuff. The exposure of radiation to your body affects your mental state. Okay? So cut back on the technology. That's one. Number two, plenty of iodine. Now you can get that at sea moss. You can eat things like seaweed, stuff like that. Let me see if I have this little package over here. I have any more of it. Something as simple as this, people. Like, this is a seaweed snack, right? You eat stuff like this, iodine. Why? Because iodine helps with that anxiety, that thyroid issue. Hyperthyroidism is not a joke, especially after you had things such as flu shots and vaccines, things like that offset your nervous system, which is why a lot of people have it in the first place. The offsetting of the nervous system. Your neurological body is very important. And that's why a lot of people have social anxiety, technology, things like that, that's offsetting their balance. Okay? Another thing for people who have social anxiety, a healthy relationship between male and female. If you're a female, have a healthy relationship with a male. If you're a male, have a healthy relationship with a female. Hell, if you're gay, just have some form of relationship with a person that you like a lot and possibly love. Sexual relationship as well. Having an orgasm, very important. These things are very important, guys. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but Mr. Samuels, please create solutions for these people. He just is he's a socially awkward guy, but he needed a solution. How is he going to get over his social awkwardness? And that's the thing. A lot of us don't understand how we can get over certain situations that we're in mentally. And it affects us in how we respond to people. And then we end up making a choice to be locked inside our rooms and things like that, away from society, because we're so scared and we're so inside our own heads. And we don't have the answers because nobody else has the answer. But once you start to figure these things out, like, Mr. Samuels kind of talking about how it's up to our own self to figure it out because nobody else cares about our own issue, which is true. But at the same time, if you figured it out, give other people the way. Give people the answers and the solutions to help you. So anyway, remove technology, limit it, I should say. Limit technology, build relationships, get out there amongst people. Don't be so locked into yourself and reserved to yourself and in your room all day. Okay? Eat healthier. Your diet is a huge part of what you do and how you feel. Whether it be depression, stress, anxiety, things like that. Your diet is a huge part of that. That's 70% of it. Okay? So, that's all I have to say. Get some seaweed, guys. Get some sea moss. And take care of your thyroid. Anyway, that's it. Watch, talk, and act. And not only act, but create solutions. Peace.